ready when you are. Oh, I'm Ellen McCauley, a Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. And you know what we all have is this negative inner critic, a negative inner critic. So we're going to try to rephrase some of our statements. So you can say, I need to work out more instead of I'm a jiggly blob. Now this group is pretty much into the I'm a jiggly blob, talking about themselves instead of I should probably work out a little more. You know, and the thing is, we so trash talk ourselves. I mean, during the pandemic, no one could have trash talked me worse than I trash talked myself. I'm like, you stupid idiot. You got all the way down to 182 and you were looking pretty good and feeling good. What's your problem? You know, what are you doing? You know, and I just trash talk myself. And the thing is, we need to put that negative stuff in a box and say, okay, it's over, I'm here, it's now, we will go forward. And we have to think of possible thinking. Because if we fake it and say, I'm the best person at dieting in the universe, and you know it's not true, then you say, you know what, I failed before, but I'm feeling kind of strength in session 26, and I'm really going to stick with it and see how it goes. I'm feeling better about it. See, that's possible thinking. Instead of saying, I'm just the best dieter in the world, when you know that's really not true. So you think of what could be possible. Also, you really shouldn't say, I'm a fat cow. You should say, I'd like to lose 10 pounds, and I think if I listen to Ellen, maybe I'll learn to do so. Also, really, we need to stop making ourselves feel so guilty. Weight is the biggest issue for the majority of people in America. There are so many people struggling with their weight, especially post-pandemic weight. Also, put a better spin on things. Oh, I was in sales for I'm still in sales. Every day I'm selling something to somebody. And I can put a positive spin on anything. But the thing is, I don't put a positive spin on my own self. I need to take those skills and use it on myself and say, you know what? This is beautiful. I love this group. I'm back. It's good. Forget about the pandemic. Also, you can say, I am so stupid versus, you know, I feel kind of stupid. Change from saying I am about things to right now I'm feeling kind of fat instead of saying I'm a fat blob. So you need to really think about being kind to yourself. What would your best friend say? Would your best friend say, whoa, Ellen, you're a jiggly blob? Well, what kind of best friend would that be? Not so much. If you wouldn't say something to someone else, how dare you say it to yourself? And here's something that I'm coming to terms with. How dare I not forgive myself for my past sins when Jesus died on the cross for those? How arrogant of me to not take that forgiveness, to not embrace it, to not be grateful for it, and to not put those sins in a box and put them on the Hudson River and let them float away. Because I have been made clean, and so have all of you, because God loved us so much. And you know, something else is that inner critic we all have. And one of the ways to deal with it is to put a name on it. Now, I have named my inner critic Dee Dee, because in high school, everyone loved me except for Dee Dee. Dee Dee hated my guts. And so whenever I think about it, I think, ooh, I wonder why Dee Dee hated me so much. When I asked her about it, and I did, I'm like, Dee Dee, why do you hate me so much? She goes, everyone likes you so much, it's just sickening. So I figured I was going to hate you, because everyone likes you. So I'm like, okay. But whenever I think of my inner critic, I call her Dee Dee, because I always think of that. I always want everyone to like me. Everyone isn't. Do I like everyone? Oh, yes, I do. No, I kind of do. Because even people that I kind of don't like in a way, I think they must have had a tough life. Maybe they have mental illness. Maybe they're depressed. I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Also, you tell yourself the same story over and over again. I'm a failure. I'm stupid. I can never do this. Stop that story and write a new one. and pick up the phone and talk to somebody who cares. And there are people who care, including me. Embrace your imperfections. I have set such insanely high standards, and that's what I was saying to Bob. I put so much pressure on myself at work because I don't want to just do a good job. I want to do a great job. And what fails? Me. I hurt myself. I'm stressed. I'm anxious. I'm getting palpitations. I want to eat dairy, gluten, and sugar. That's what we need to do, is we need to delegate, not have such high standards that we're putting so much pressure on ourselves, and find buckets of time to take the pressure off of us. Done there, Bob.